Good morning from Hamburg Airport Terminal 1. Today I'm flying to Trondheim in Norway with a connection in Bergen on the Norwegian regional carrier Widerøe. Flights to Hamburg are seasonal and only take place in summer. Helmut Schmidt Airport in Hamburg is a good place for plane spotters, as the terminal features a public viewing terrace with good views across the apron and the two runways. It's worth noting that all this comes free of charge, and you can even bring your McDonald's meal if that seems desirable to you. Expect to see the usual bunch of European airlines and lots of Eurowings planes, as this is one of their major hubs. Keep in mind that wide-bodies are quite rare visitors, with the exception of the 2 daily Emirates flights currently served by the Boeing 777. Although it's summer holiday season, completing security screening today is a walk in the park. Airports have clearly learned from the disaster of 2022. And then it was time to head to the gate. Of course, it's a bus gate. Our little Dash 8 is parked in a quiet corner of the airport, quite far away from where our bus departed. I personally love to fly on the Dash 8. Its twin-engine turboprop design is a valued variety of the usual narrow-body Airbus, Boeing and Embraer jets. Widerøe operates 40 of these noisy little planes in different versions, from the 100 to the Dash 400. Widerøe has a buy on board menu with nothing really special on it. On flights longer than 45 minutes, Widerøe gives out tea and Starbucks coffee free of charge. I enjoyed this little gimmick. It is certainly one of the better coffees you can get in the sky. If you happen to be in a window seat, you can enjoy beautiful views on the approach into Bergen. But remember, Bergen is said to be the rainiest city in Norway, or even in Europe, and it later proves to live up to this expectation. If you're connecting in Bergen from an international to a domestic flight, you will have to collect your luggage, clear customs and recheck your bags before going through security and your departure gate. But don't worry, it's all straightforward and well signposted. So this is what Bergen is all about. Heavy rain. I don't blame Bergen for sometimes being rainy. I actually had perfect sunny days in this city before. Feel free to share your thoughts on the weather in Bergen in the comment section. Further north, the sun is back and we'll soon be landing at Trondheim Værnes Airport. So why did I take this flight to Norway? Well, I have a week off and will spend the time together with my parents in a little cabin right on the water's edge and explore the surroundings, go fishing and have a good time. As you can see, the weather's not bad at all. At high tide, it really feels like you're living on a boat, just about to float out onto the ocean. In this part of the world, everyone drives boats and goes fishing. So did we. In good weather like this, it's not a big deal, even for newbies. And there is fish to catch. If you're lucky enough to have a landlord diving for scallops and that you have some of them, you'll be able to enjoy a special treat of the seas. Absolutely delicious. The fjord in front of us is well used by all sorts of vessels calling at the port of Trondheim. That includes Hurtigruten, a public coastal route providing year-round passenger transport along the Norwegian coast between Bergen and Kirkenes in the far north. Salmon farming is another big thing in Norway, and those cages need to be transported to wherever they are needed. And of course, cruise ships travel these waters too.
Abfall da reingetan. Hier, da drüben.
If you're more into history, you'll find a few sites here and there. Norway was occupied by the Germans during World War II. In some places, the remains of the fortifications on the coast can still be seen. They have even mounted a former battleship cannon on a hill. If you are an AV geek interested in military operations, this area has something special in store. Our cabin is situated near the town of Brekstad, where the Ørland main air station is located. It's an important airbase not only for Norway, but also for NATO. It's used as a location for airworks operations on a regular basis. This aircraft, the Boeing E-3 Sentry Airworks, is quite a sight, with its distinctive large rotating radar dome mounted above the fuselage. In addition to that, They're regular fighter jet operations where you can witness F-35 Lightning and F-16 Fighting Falcon. When all the pilots are back at their base, calling it a day, it's time to admire the beautiful sunsets. This week elapsed well too fast, and it's time to go back to the airport and use Widerøe again to take me back to Hamburg. There she is, the Dash 8, waiting for me and another 77 fellow passengers. Hi. Here's a quick seat tour. There's a foldable table with a separate cup holder and a coat hook. The seat pitch is quite generous.
Follow the instructions in the seat back in front of you.
Unfortunately, the coffee service on the first leg was cancelled due to expected turbulence.
Have a coffee, please.
But I got my coffee on the second leg. More beautiful views as we fly along the Danish coast. And bad news from the captain that our destination airport was closed. But here comes the all-clear signal after 30 minutes in holding pattern.
The airport is now open again and we are allowed to start the approach. However, it's a queue ahead of us. It might take up to 15-20 minutes from now before we are on the ground. However,
this was my trip to Norway. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm sure you don't want to miss out on my next adventures coming up soon. Looking forward to taking you on a trip around the world.